For those who don't know, here's a quick recap. I grew up in Kansas. Lauren moved to Kansas in 1995. We met in a Denny's parking lot. We decided to travel together. She decided that we couldn't stay in one place, so we moved to California, then hung out there, then moved back to Kansas, then moved to Florida, then back to Kansas, then back to California, then back to Florida, and now we're moving to Spain. Is it any wonder that people call us
Vagabonds?
Over. Hard to believe this is all happening as fast as it's happening. Been pretty emotional for the wife, but in the end it's just stuff. If you want to test your marriage, make the decision to move to Spain together. This will be my last time going down Melbourne Avenue for a while, if ever. Nobody tells you how bloody hard it is to do that. This is the Airbnb we stayed in for 3 days. You can see me in my nice new green shirt. Everything is gone. Stairs. Melbourne International Airport. Not Melbourne, Australia, but Melbourne, Florida. All the boxes are in the terminal. I can't even think, you know? All right, that's all our luggage. Our 3 babies are here. That's the paperwork, so we can get them on the plane. One of the challenges of traveling with 3 cats is that there are only 2 of us, and the airlines require a 3rd person to travel with a 3rd cat, which is why we brought along our pet sitter, Shannon. Most any of them have gotten. There he is. Hey, handsome. Handsome, Howie's. Cat on Lauren's lap. Cat over there. We are in the Sky Lounge in Atlanta. We have about a 4-hour layover, and we have 3 kids with us. There's Miss Sophie. She's got her ear pressed up here. And there's Mr. Frisco. And this restless beast down here is Mr. Howie. Let's see. All right, these 2 boys are on the flight to Nice.
Somewhere over the Atlantic, the nightmare begins.
These are the joys of traveling with a cat. He went inside that thing. So I'm cleaning him off, and then we gotta put a new towel in. We're gonna put one of their little blankets in here. Buddy. Okay. I gotta get you back up here. Gee whiz, bud. Your pill. You think the first part was crazy? Let me show you crazy. So we flew into Nice. Don't ask why, personal business. We're here in Nice, and so far, our boxes all made it. That's interesting.
It's
Very difficult. We're in budget right now. Lauren's taking care of the cats, getting ready to get her van. Look at this big honking bastard. 6 boxes. 3 cats. 3 suitcases. Then we rented a van and drove our cats and the last of our possessions across France to Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port. We showed our friend Shannon around Saint-Jean. So we are in Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port right now. We've been driving across France all day. At the start of the Camino here. Fitting because this is the start of our Camino into a new life. And then Shannon took the cats down to Pamplona to stay in an Airbnb. I rented a car and drove up to a place called the Healing Path near Firmy, France, where a friend of mine is opening a recovery center. Lauren took a train to Bayonne and then on to Paris, where she would catch a flight to London to finish up business. After I was finished up at the Healing Path, I would drive back to Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, turn the car in to catch the same train to Bayonne and then on to Paris, and then catch the same flight to London where I would meet Lauren. We would then fly into Bilbao, Spain, where our residency would begin, rent a car, drive to Pamplona, get moved into the new apartment. This is Howie. Over here is Sophie. This is our there's Frisco. Last Airbnb. We are on San Nicolas in Pamplona. 2 houses that way, 2 doors that way is where I stayed on my first Camino. And as you can see, I'm very rough looking today. It's been a day. And the top of the morning to you. We are officially in Spain right now. There's a certain poetic, circular nature to the fact that this is where it ends. For right up there where I walked to get to the Camino. Right over here is where I stayed. I stayed right here, and there is video of me, point of view, stepping right out of that door. But here with the cats is where we stayed. I'm going up there to clean the place a little bit. So I'm here at the apartment where we stayed in Pamplona. The Airbnb pretty much cleaned up, swept up everything. And I'm sitting here just enjoying a little peace with the window open. Right outside on Calle San Nicolas, you can hear peregrinos walking by every so often. You hear the tapping of the sticks. And present moment, 2 cats wondering when we're going to get our furniture. We went shopping. It's crazy. Wandering around. Vuelto loco. That was my favorite phrase. Gone crazy. Wandering around trying to find things. Anyway, I lost the wheel on my shopping bag I bought, but I found it. And I have, look at this. I have what appears to be a parking ticket. I'm in a mall now. I bought a phone, cheap phone, going to get a Spanish SIM card, so we have a Spanish phone number here. I'm learning some Spanish little by little. Let's see. Necesito un tarjeta SIM. What was it? Número de teléfono en español. Putting it against this wall. 200 is right about to this line. Okay, clothes in here. I know Dad's Bible is in here. Get my clothes out of here. See how I'm gonna pack these in my last Camino hat, which was K-State. Dad's Bible. Then I would drive the van back to Nice to turn it in. Sorry for the laughter, it was a little crazy. Then we found the cheapest way for me to get home was to fly to Bordeaux. This is a remarkably busy flight. I'm in no hurry to get on. I reached a point where I just don't give a fuck. Wait 6 hours to catch a bus in the middle of the night. Here we go. I've never been here, have no idea what to expect, have no idea where I'm going. Just gotta find a bus, and then from here I can go down to the train station, which is gonna be interesting, and then I gotta wait till 2:45. So after about an hour bus ride, we're at the train station in Bordeaux. Our bus leaves, what time is it? 11:26 now. Our bus leaves at 2:45 a.m. So we've got a little over 3 hours. And hopefully they'll let me just sit in there and charge my phone for. So here's the scary part. They closed up the station, kicked me out. So I have to go out there and sit out in the open for the next 3 hours. It's a little scary. It's crazy. It's like a part of me feels like this isn't even happening to me. I'm just a fucking observer. This is the right place. Holding my breath that I don't get stranded out here. But the train station's back over here, see? Tracks are right along here. And the reality is, I'm in a city in France that I've never visited before in the middle of the night. Not sure if a bus is coming. This is where I'm staying the night. Look. Here's my bed. We're gonna lay right down. So I fell asleep on that bench. When you sleep, your core temperature drops. So when I woke up, I'm freezing. Just really cold. I'm supposed to be here in about 30 minutes. Way off down there. It's 2:36 down to those last 9 minutes. I think we're all getting pretty antsy. So this is an ALSA bus. Oh, the bus would get me back to Pamplona, and our new life can begin. 10 o'clock at night. Almost 10 o'clock at night, can you believe? Actually, I'm sorry, it's 9:15. But it's still pretty light here. This is officially sunset. I am walking 3 mere kilometers to the movie theater to catch a late showing of a film. The only Virgin Original is at 10:15. It's almost 9:30 in the evening and people are still out here with their kids. It's a beautiful park here. We have had quite the few days making our move here. So this is a little time apart. I get to do something I love, which is walk to the movie theater. And she gets to hang out with the cats and not have to deal with me. Learning the neighborhood with the help of maps and memory. I have to admit, I've still got a little American in me because I'm nervous about walking at night. But I walked at night a lot on the Camino, late night. Never encountered any issues. The theater chain is called Gollum. Okay, I'm reminded a little bit of my theater back home because we have this upper landing. Of course, the bathrooms are up here. Have an upper landing, though, above the main lobby. Here we are, awaiting the movie.
Words of wisdom. Drop that zero and get with the hero.
It's almost 1 a.m. I'm walking home on the streets. It's very quiet, but it's also very well lit. We're finally getting settled. We have some furniture on the way. I'm just gonna let you know, the whole romance of moving to Spain sounds lovely on paper, but it's a lot of work. But as a good friend of mine said, and he said, I'm sure in 6 months you won't regret it. But right now you think, if I was young, maybe I could pull this off, but when you're over 60, don't let me hear you say life's taking you nowhere. Pain and joy again.